Today I'm going to be talking to you about ministry in an urban context. The Bible teaches us in the book of Luke, chapter 4, that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim liberty to the captives, the recovering of sight to the blind, and to set at liberty those who are oppressed, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. I am learning more and more that God really has a heart for the marginalized, people who are less fortunate, and people who don't have an opportunity to otherwise have more. And what I'm learning more and more is that people want to have a better life. And so in the urban context, people are just marginalized and don't have opportunities to be educated, to learn more. And as a result, ministry is impacted. And what that does is it opens the door for the prosperity gospel to go into the urban context and just present a message of hope to people that really is not a message of hope. It is causing damage. It is presenting what I'm going to refer to as false hope. And the result is you find many churches in the urban context more internally focused than externally focused because everybody within the church, within the ministry, wants more. To me, the result of all of this is a lack of a good theological education so that people are properly equipped to adequately exegete Scripture and interpret Scripture and know how to apply it so it's effective. This is all the result of urban pastors and urban lay ministers and lay ministries not being adequately equipped or prepared with a proper theological education. As a result, ministries are impacted. And if you were to compare an urban ministry versus a suburban ministry, the two types of ministry are completely different. In suburbia, there's both an internal and an external focus, but within the urban context, it's all about me. I need hope. I need help. I need everything. And the result is people are not going out and doing what God would call them to do. There is a great need for theological training in the urban context. Pastors need to be trained. Ministry leaders need to be trained. The congregation need to be trained. And I think if people are trained adequately, they would properly be able to counter this prosperity gospel that's going out and realizing that true hope is not so much in the physical, but that Jesus paid it all on the cross of Calvary, and it shapes how we do ministry. One of the beauties of what Denver Seminary is doing is that we have this urban initiatives that's positioned to provide training for leaders so they can be effective in ministry. And I know a lot of people within an urban context might not have the proper entry requirements, i.e. undergraduate degrees or what it takes to get into seminary. The beauty of the lay ministry program is it creates a beautiful pathway by training people or contextualizing theological education to afford people an opportunity to be trained theologically for effective ministry, such that when you're presenting a gospel of hope to the marginalized, it's not about stuff. It's not about what we can have in the here and now, but it's a true message of hope, a true message that when we get to be in the presence of Jesus, it's a true message of how to live life right now, knowing Jesus Christ as personal Lord and Savior. So I would love to encourage or provide an opportunity for leaders who might need training, who might want to understand more how to properly exegete Scripture or interpret Scripture, to connect and to consider getting a good theological education so you can be effective in ministry.